Hello everyone, this is Manfred von Bosa, and I'm back. Today we're flying some high tier jet battles. Now I know I haven't posted a video in a while, but I think this will make up for it. This is going to be my first post commentary. I'll see how it works out. Hopefully I don't run out of stuff to talk about. But anyway, in this match, things get pretty interesting. I'm not saying I get like 10 kills or anything, but let's just say that there is a lot of dogfighting action in it, and there's a kind of a weird surprise ending. And I'll, if you're watching this, I'll have you guys comment what you think this guy was actually trying to do. But nonetheless, it was pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. So with the LA-15, I've been kind of experimenting. I just unlocked it a little bit ago. And the thing that I've kind of noticed with it is that it's kind of all around pretty good, except for some could argue that the guns are kind of crap, with a combination of, well, not being 37s and kind of a low amount of ammunition. It was 300 rounds, so that's, I believe, 100 rounds per gun. I'm not questioning my division. I'm just, yeah, the LA-15 has 3 guns on it. Yep. But this one here, I like to just kind of experiment and do whatever I want with. This is probably only my 30th battle with it, and I think that I've had a couple of matches where I get like 4 kills, but all the kills I seem to get are like when I get really close and dogfight people. So I think that's mostly me needing to learn to aim these 23mm, which being mainly a German Luftwaffe player, that's redundant, but being mostly a German Air Force player, I'm not really used to those. And none of the planes before that really, well, none of the ones that I flew, I kind of grinded this one out with my D9, so I never really got to yeah, I know, I'm a wallet warrior, don't worry about it, call me what you want, but I took the easy route, but I'm gonna have to be learning how to aim these guns, because in my opinion the best skill you can have in any aircraft is aiming guns. I mean, once I learned to aim the really slow 30s, I mean, I wrecked face. You only really need 65 rounds of those too in the 109s because of their slow cycling, but once you get one on target, it turns out pretty good. So I have tons of crap around me. Half the people rushed, half the people climbed, half the people are already in combat mid-altitude. There's hunters flying around. Lots of good hunter pilots today. So I kind of decided to just go right on over here to the F-86, and I can kind of tell he's coming at me, so I'm like, alright, I don't want to fully commit, but I'm like, okay, yep, he's coming at me. And I don't usually head on, but he didn't even head on. I don't even think he shot there. But so I turn around because there's 3 guys over here, and I didn't really see anyone on the other end. Yeah, I'm gonna try talking as if. Let me think. I don't want to be like explaining every move. Like, I don't want it to be obvious that it's a post commentary. I just want to have it be, you know, more thought out. So let's think here. Yep. All right, I'm gonna kind of talk in present tense. See how that goes. Put down in the comments which one you like better. But anyway, I'm gonna just chase this F9F best I can. Everything else is kind of a bit too fast for me, and I have plenty of speed. And you can see I'm catching up here, and I knew I kind of just fired there, not really to hit him, but to force him into doing something. Because if he probably would have extended more, he probably could have gotten away with with the altitude, but I don't know. Yeah, so rolly, evasive maneuvers that gives everyone a little bit of a headache. Yeah. And finally crit him out. And there goes the adrenaline. Yeah, most of the kills I get on the LA-15, at least with these stock rounds, seem to be like I crit their one of their control surfaces and they go into the ground. None of the really exploding the aircraft type of stuff you see like with the larger cannons and stuff. So now we have two vampires, and I'm not sure why I'm even still fighting against vampires. In my opinion, they should be like 7.0 at maybe even at the maybe like 7.3 or something, but they just don't really have the speed to compete. They do have the turn though, which is nice. So unless they gave this thing a buff, I think, in my opinion, that it should be its battle rating should be lowered. It shouldn't be with me fighting all these top tier fighting with hunters and stuff. Yeah, so I just kind of extend away from those guys. And it's not. I didn't really have a lot of speed particularly, and I can just kind of, because I'm not gonna get in a turn fight with him, because I have the vampire, and I'll tell you right now, any pilot of vampire will probably just be sitting in his cockpit, just like, please, please turn with me, please. Kind of like how you used to fly the meteor in these battles, but luckily they put that back to where it should be, the meteor. And it's actually kind of playable now, and early jet combat is kind of, well, it is a lot better. I'll probably try to get some Mark III gameplay up on my channel as soon as possible, actually. So I'm just going to kind of join in with these vampires over here. There's MiG-15 zooming in, and there's always the F-86s that you have to watch out for. Like, I always have my head on a swivel when I'm flying this thing, because like every once in a while, a hunter or an F-86, you'll just hear, and then you'll just hear, and then you'll be dead. You'll hear that all horrible squeaking noise. That means your pilot has been sniped or whatever. God, that's the worst noise. But sorry if you hear any coughing or anything. But all right, so vampire, and I'm just like, okay, I need to get some more kills, and I really start pushing for it. But I try to conserve my ammo though, which a lot of times is the downfall for me. So like when I should take the shot, I'm like, nah, I don't think I should save my ammo. But to get used to taking more of the risky shots, especially with jets because of the higher speed. So I do actually hit him there, but you know, stock rounds, and I didn't really hit that many, means that he's probably flying just normally now. And so I'm pulling a lot of G's here. And a good trick to deal with the blackout thing, which I think is kind of like 99% bullshit. The whole lost control thing. I mean, the best way to deal with that is bind your left control or something along those lines, a key that you have open, to the maximum downward pitch, and that way when you're pulling positive G's and you start blacking out, you can just hit that pitch button for about 2 seconds, and it'll kind of reset it all. It works pretty well, and that's kind of what I'm doing here. If you've watched me, yeah, I have to do lots of dodging. I think there's at least like 15 dodges in this video. It gets pretty substantial, because the LA-15 isn't slow by any means. It can hold like an 850 in a straight line. It's pretty good. It's a really powerful engine with a light airframe, so it can do that. Unfortunately, it does a red line at about 905, I believe, but it won't actually rip until like 940. So you can kind of push it in the red most of the time. So yeah, basically all the planes that are left now are much faster than me, and I push ahead on, and then stock rounds kind of hit him, but then the guy finishes it off, so I get a nice little assist there. And it was a nice shot, but if I had more accurate guns with the right belts, I probably could have gotten that. So yep, just the hunter left as usual. And here's where it starts to get interesting. Now in these high tier jet battles, you very, very often have all these hunters that just kind of, it seems like they're running, but you can't blame them really at all, because they're using the one advantage they have, and as long as they are taking opportunities to attack, I don't think they're doing anything wrong. But that doesn't mean it's not annoying for the other team. Yep, so another dodge there. Mr. Elite Scopes needs to be more MLG, looks like. And the first step is getting rid of the PS4 and switching to PC. So yeah, I've got a console user just kind of boom and zooming me for a while. And so what can we talk about while this is happening? It's not particularly interesting. So I actually have the hunter. I unlocked it within that huge hiatus during which I did not upload anything. I had a huge grind. I flew the Griffins for the premium Griffin for a while that I've had for a long time, and they don't really turn as well anymore, or I just kind of lost all my skill with it, which is not something that usually happens. So I'm assuming they nerfed the turn on it, even though I don't remember seeing any patch notes or forum posts about it. So I talismaned the Tempest 2, which at first I kind of regretted because it doesn't really have that great of a turn. It was kind of at a high battle rating. Well, it is kind of at a high battle rating for a propeller plane, but once I started treating it more like a jet, I actually got really good with the Tempest 2 and was able to grind all the way down to the Hunter. And I really need to fly the Hunter more. I'll try to do a video on that as well. Main problem I have with the Hunter is aiming the guns, and the guns are amazing, which is something that I say just by looking at the stat card, because I can rarely get a hit with those. I don't know, it's something about them. Maybe I feel like the muzzle velocity is just really high for me and more than I'm used to, so I'll have to maybe get used to that. So right now, something weird I've noticed with the LA-15, after you fly for a while, the engine just starts overheating, even if you're not wepping, which is kind of weird. It's kind of like it gets warmed up and then it kind of gets permanently warmed up. So I decided, alright, I've got just under 10 minutes of fuel left and 85 rounds, which is only like less than a third of my ammo, so I said, alright, might as well land. And ripped my flaps off pretty much instantly there because I wanted to see if they would. I didn't actually know if the flaps would rip at that speed, because they seem less finicky than they do a couple months ago. Flaps in general, like a lot of planes, it was really bad. You'd like put them down at like 300 just combat flaps, and they'd go like off your plane. But yeah, I got air brakes, so it's okay. So in the chat just popped up, he's coming back to the airfield now. Heads up, or something along those lines. So I'm like, ugh. Okay, yeah, maybe I have enough time. He's like 11 kilometers away, right? And I'm just like, wait, it's a Hunter, right? So I decided to go around. And at this point, this is kind of where I start getting annoyed. It's an alright match for me. I'm averaging about 1 in the LA-15 now. It's a pretty good plane. No MiG-15 though, but I kind of like using underdog planes when I can. Well, this isn't the underdog, it's just not the top dog. So the Hunter comes back to strafe, AA opens up, and he gets his tail out of there. So I'm like, alright, hey, Mr. Tu-4, lose a wing there. So I'm like, alright, maybe he won't come back. Maybe the AA scared him away. So I zoom up just to kind of lose some speed a little and just start bleeding energy best I can by turning off the engine, as I just did, and popping the air brakes. So I'm ready to go in for landing. I'm thinking maybe I should just go in on my belly so I can yeah, I'm just gonna go in on my belly so I can stop quicker and repair quicker. If you do a good belly landing, it only adds like a couple seconds to the repair time. So I'm like, alright, I gotta lose some more speed. You can see that I'm looking back over there. Oh jeez. And I kind of mess up the belly landing a little. I think it still counts as a belly landing because it ended on my belly, and it's a good landing because I can walk away from it. But I'm not going to be walking away today. I'm going to be sitting here for about 2 minutes. Spoiler alert, no I'm not. If you look very closely, you can see that the Hunter is on its way back. And this is where things get interesting. So, predictions on what's going to happen? You think he's going to come back and strafe me? But there's one other plane on the airfield. Maybe he'll strafe him instead. You might be able to hear that plane now. But wait. What is he doing? So I'm like, what's he doing? Looking back at the hunter. What is this guy doing? That guy just took a bullet for me. And he also ended the game. That was the most selfless act of heroism and absolute genius that I've ever seen in like a random battle with people that I don't even know. I think that Tu-4 deserves props. Well, he already has 4 of them, but he deserves another one. I'm sorry for that joke. I'm so sorry. But anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I'm gonna try to be posting more. I'm gonna be heading to college, but I should have some time for War Thunder. I always make time for War Thunder.